Alrighty, we are live. Got a couple people waiting. I think one might be Tom, but we are ready to go. I'm just going to give it a minute, let people join in for our early story time. Sorry, we had to kind of push things a little bit today because we have to go to the chiropractor, and I'm so excited because it's just a lovely thing to do when you're sore. So, yeah, I'm tired today. But I'm excited to read today's story. It is, for day 7, we've got Winnie the Pooh, the Sweetest Christmas. So we've got Winnie the Pooh and all his pals. And I think I will get started now. So, snuggle up, get cozy. I'm wearing my Stitch Christmas sweater today. Here we go. The Sweetest Christmas. One snowy Christmas Eve, Winnie the Pooh looked up and down and in and out and all around his house. He had a tree set up in the living room. It was decorated with some candles in honey pots. Pooh looked at the tree and tapped his head. "Something seems to be missing," he said. He walked over to the window and peered outside. Then he walked back to the tree and thought some more. Suddenly, a knocking... See, I am sleepy. There's a bunch of S words all in a row, and it got me tongue-tied. Suddenly, a knocking sound startled Pooh. He turned toward the front door. Maybe whatever that is... I'm having a day today.
Not that I'm making faces in the background.
Yes, stop it. Maybe whatever it is, I can't remember, I'm missing is outside my door, Pooh said. When Pooh opened the door, he found a small snowman on his front step. "Hello, Pooh Bear," the snowman said as he shivered. Pooh thought the voice sounded very familiar. He invited the snowman inside. After standing beside the fire for a few minutes, the snowman began to melt. The more he melted, the more he started to look like Piglet. "Oh my," said Pooh. He was happy to see his friend instead of a snowman. "Oh my," said Piglet. Now that the snow had melted off of him, he could see Pooh's glowing Christmas tree. "Are you going to hang popcorn on your tree?" Piglet asked. "There was popcorn," Pooh admitted, "but I ate it. Now I only have a string." Pooh thought for a second, wondering if he was supposed to get more popcorn. But that wasn't it either. "Then we can use the string to wrap the presents you're giving," Piglet said. Something began to tickle at Pooh's brain. It was the something missing that he hadn't been able to remember. "I forgot to get presents," Pooh exclaimed. "Don't worry, Pooh," Piglet said. "I'm sure you'll think of something." Soon it was time for Piglet to go home and wrap his own presents. He said goodbye to his friend and went back out into the cold and snowy night. Pooh stood beside his tree and tapped his head while he thought. Where could he find presents for his friends? It was already Christmas Eve. Was it too late? He thought some more. He sat down in his cozy chair. Then he got up and had a small smackerel of honey. He peered out of the window and watched the snow fall. Then he had an idea. He still didn't know what to do about the presents he'd forgotten, but he knew where to find help. "Hello," Pooh called as he knocked on Christopher Robin's door. Christopher Robin opened the door and smiled when he saw the visitor. "Come in, Pooh Bear," he said. "Merry Christmas. Why do you look so sad on the most wonderful night of the year?" Pooh was just about to explain about the forgotten presents when something caught his eye. He pointed at the stockings over the fireplace. "What are those for?" he asked. Also, I'd like to point out that Christopher Robin is still in shorts in the dead of winter. "Those are stockings to hold Christmas presents," exclaimed Christopher Robin. "But Christopher Robin," Pooh said, "what if someone forgot to find presents for his friends? And what if that same someone doesn't have stockings to hang because he doesn't wear any?" Pooh looked down at his bare feet and back up to Christopher Robin. "Silly old bear," Christopher Robin said. He took Pooh up to his room. They dug through his drawers until Pooh found 7 stockings. "Thank you, Christopher Robin," Pooh said. He smiled. He picked a stocking for each of his friends and one for himself to hang over his fireplace. He hurried off to deliver the stockings to his friends. As he walked through the 100-acre wood, he thought about the presents he still needed to find for the stockings. "I will get the presents later," Pooh said to himself. "The stockings come first." Pooh stopped at each of his friends' houses. Everyone was asleep. He quietly hung the stockings where his friends could find them. Each one had a tag that read, "From Pooh." When Pooh got back to his house, he climbed into his cozy chair in front of the roaring fire. "Now I must think about presents for my friends," he said. Pooh was tired from finding the stockings and delivering them to his friends' houses. Before he knew it, his thinking turned into dreaming, and he was fast asleep. The next morning, Pooh woke up to a loud thumping noise. "I wonder who that could be," he said. He climbed out of his chair and opened the door. "Merry Christmas, Pooh!" his friends cried. There on Pooh's doorstep stood Tigger, Rabbit, Piglet, Owl, Eeyore, and Gopher. They were each carrying their stocking from Pooh. Then he remembered what had happened the night before. He had fallen asleep before giving the presents to his friends. "Oh, bother," he said. Then he realized his friends were all talking at once. They were thanking him for their gifts. "No more cold ears in the winter with my new cap," Piglet said. "My stripy sleeping bag is Tiggerific," exclaimed Tigger. So is my new carrot cover," Rabbit said. "This rock-collecting bag will sure make work go faster," Gopher said. Eeyore swished his tail to show Pooh his new tail warmer. "No one's ever given me such a useful gift before," he said. Owl told Pooh that his new windsock would help him with the day's weather report. Pooh looked at his friends. They were very happy with their stockings, even though there weren't any presents in them. "Something very nice is going on," Pooh said. "It is very nice, Pooh Bear," Piglet said. "It's called Christmas, Buddy Bear," Tigger said. He patted Pooh on the back. Then Pooh watched in surprise as each of his friends placed a honey pot in his own stocking. "I don't know what to say," Pooh told his friends. He was thrilled by their gifts. Honey was his favorite treat. "Christmas is a wonderful time of year," Rabbit said, "especially when you have good friends to share it with." "Yep," Tigger agreed. "But I know how we could make the day even sweeter." He looked at the honey pot in Pooh's hands. An idea tickled the back of Pooh's brain. Let's all have lunch together," Pooh said. He passed out the honey pots his friends had just brought him. Christmas, what a sweet day indeed. The end. Yay! Thank you for listening to me stammer through that book today. Some days you're just a little extra sleepy. But I really enjoyed reading it with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. But we have to go throw on our coats and boots and head off to an appointment. So thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for day 8 of our bedtime story, OurDidneeSide. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Bye.